Here. Now you have an age, but your products also because they are so timeless. Even though they are, of course, lots of brand new. Almost everything is brand new today. There is something always that you can rely on, stands by me, and is that timeless, beautiful, gorgeous, and versatility as well.
Yeah. So this is obviously our 10 years. So we've decided to go out with some exciting products, some which you've all been waiting for. So you will have seen Quatre D when we launched the Peony and the Magnolia, which are back today. So if you missed out on those, please grab them before they go again. But in today's show, we have the lovely sunflower and the beautiful sort of poppy design in here. Now, if you haven't seen our Quatre D, it was brought to channel about 3 weeks ago and it sold out in 35 minutes. Wow. And it should have been on all weekend. So basically, it is the 4-step process that gives you a shop bought finished look card. So when you go to the stores, we always go in stores and you think, oh, I can do that element as a handmade card maker, I can do that element as a handmade marker, but never before could we do the embossed with stamps and foils and, you know, our lovely wow powders and things. So these 4 components which work as independents on their own. So if you just want to use stencils, you can use stencils. If you want to put the die around the stencil, you can absolutely do that. Yeah. And just chop it up. But you get the most gorgeous 3D detailed complete image that you can pop on your cards. You can leave it flat if you want to. You can colour it if you want to. It can be used as a stamp and die if you want to. The versatility is unheard of.
It is very, very versatile. And before we go into more detail, because we have got to show them samples, there is also another aspect of this celebration of the 10th anniversary, and it is that one of the so if you buy anything during this hour or tomorrow or during the weekend shows, you will be entered into a competition. The prize draw, the winner will win £500 worth of products. There will be one winner from every single show. Every single show will be entered into that prize draw, and it will be announced on Sunday at 7 p.m. I think it is during the show towards the end. Right, let's break it down. So you are getting 2 basically collections here. How we look at it. So let's have a look at the first one.
So this one is your beautiful, beautiful sort of poppy design, okay? So you get the components to create flat images, stenciled images, stamps and dies, 3D stamps, die, stencils, all combined. You get the foil effect, which you can get in stores as well. So this is just a few of the examples. So this is just embossed with white on, which looks like an embellishment. It's so texturized, cannot tell you. This is just the stamp and embossed with some sparkle pens coloured, freehand, no stencils. This is quite bright with the stencils and the stamp and the embossing folder. And down here we have the sort of foily, sparkly finish on there. You've probably never seen anything like this before. It's a brand new sort of concept that's coming through the industry quite rapidly, actually. But these embellishments give you the capability to really take your sort of crafting to that next level. You're going to get questions like, is that actually foiled and you've made that? And we'll be like, absolutely, we've made it. So here is your beautiful sunflower, but you can make hydrangea. But you can see how, as independents, it looks absolutely incredible. Add the outline if you want to, don't. Add some sparkle, pull it back if you want to. And when we did our first launch, people are still playing with them 3 weeks on, and I mean every day. Normally, what happens is we see you play with them and then you get in the next product and you're playing with that one, whereas with Quatre D you just all seem to be having so much fun with it, and I know you're all collecting them. So let's have
a look at the samples, because of course you can emboss metal as well. Now if you wanted to go well, actually Peony or Poppy still is available individually, but the sunflower has now gone individually, so the only way to get it is either with the weekender that you can see there, or there is another complete collection which features the previous collection. Now you have got a £14 saving if you are in the if you're not in the club for the weekender, but if you want to go, if you are in the club, of course, you're saving £20.60, a phenomenal saving. And of course, you have got 3 flexible payments if you want to make it a little bit easier, of £19.79, just under £20. You can get this incredible collection, 14 elements in total. 503499 is your item number for the weekender. And by the way, if you're wondering, Tony is not on a stealth, I'm not on my knees. It's just the way that nature has given us a lot of height, and me, just little. Anyway, and now we have got that bundle that you mentioned that sold out so quickly, right?
So I had so many emails, complaints as well. You were all like, what happened? I'm like, I'm so sorry. So we've brought them back for you today. And I think the team here have put them in a bundle.
Yes.
So if you did miss out on them and you do like today's, get them all, because
absolutely.
I cannot tell you when I'm going to be able to get these back in. But then as independents, if you're thinking, do you know what, I want to give it a try, my favourite flower might not be a sunflower, but I absolutely love peony, then you've now got options in the various different designs in here. But equally, you get the 4 stencils, you get the outline die, you get the stamp, and then you get your 3D embossing folder all in the one pack. It's absolutely incredible value for money for what you get in one pack. So if you were to break it down, you know, it'd cost quite a bit, but what we've done is, because we've ordered thousands, we've been able to get that price down. So I know when you try them once, you're going to want to try them all the time. So this is that lovely peony, and as you can see, you can't quite see 3D on TV. It's a little bit difficult, but when I get to demo, I'll try and show you the depth that you get in these. But again, as stamps and their own, with stencils, beautiful. Add that embossing, sparkle if you want to, and you really pop it onto a white card blanket, a pearlized card. It really does look like a shop bought card. They are beautiful.
They are indeed. Now, over a third of the stock has gone, and remember, this one has also a £20 and 60 pence saving if you are in the club. 390606 is your item number. Now, if you wanted to go for the complete collection, remember, if you take the £14 saving from this, if you're not a club member, plus the non-club price saving as well, and then additionally you have got an additional saving. This is the best way to go for it. I know that sometimes you look at it and say, oh, but that saving on the other one is like, oh, it's more. No, those savings are carried forward, and additionally you have got that £17 and 68 pence saving if you are in the club. So you are getting all 4 beautiful flowers: the peonies, the magnolia, the spring bloom, and of course the sunflower. I think that's how it 396225 is your item number. Already over half the stock has gone, and we are not even 10 minutes in.
Yeah, oh, thank you everybody. It's really difficult, isn't it? Because we so want to celebrate, but due to our lovely queen and respect, it's really, really difficult. But I am saying thank you, even though we don't have
thank you. Yeah,
the balloons.
Exactly. I mean, we're trying to keep the respectful tone, but also at the same time, you know, sometimes in these occasions you can see that it's like life goes on as well, and crafting is a rescue for many people.
It does, and I know. The Queen would hate for us all to be very sad.
Exactly.
She would hate it, wouldn't she? She'd be like, what are you all doing? You know,
exactly.
Let's be happy.
Yeah,
regardless.
and if crafting is your thing, well, you know what to do. 396225 is your item number. Now, this is a very special thing, isn't it? It's a brand new thing. It's the HD embossing folder. So, what is the difference between an HD?
I tried to explain this one a little bit better. Is, you know, when you have a TV at home and the clarity on it looks amazing, the colour's beautiful, and you're happy with your TV at home, but then somebody says, hey, have a look at this HD TV, and they pop it at the side of yours, and you're like, look at the colour. Look at the depth. Well, that looks amazing. That's exactly what it is with these HD 3D embossing folders. So we've sort of done the tests, the curves, we've put more layers in, and they really, really, really are another level. So these are high definition 3D embossing folders. Nobody is doing them. The tests for these before the card cracks, literally. So you will not get lots of HD 3D. It doesn't work with them all. I will be testing every single one to try and get them all HD 3D, but if not, they will be 3D, which are still amazing. We have lots of lovely brands bringing you 3D embossing folders, and our Quattro D embossing folders are 3D, and they are brilliant. But this is sort of a game changer. This is sort of like stepping it up a gear and allowing you to get that depth and dimension that you wouldn't traditionally be able to do. Background, foreground, there are up to 9 layers in some of our HD 3D embossing folders, and that's a debossed side.
Wow,
so you can do I mean, isn't it incredible? So you can do all of the techniques that we love and adore with all of our embossing folders.
They are. Over the third of the stock has now gone. So if you wanted to go, and we are exceptionally busy across the board, so if you want to go for the embossing folders, 471979 is your item number. 2 payments of £9.49 is your price for both of these incredible HD 3D. I like how even runs that embossing folders that you have got in there as well. Now we are moving on to the layering stencils and dies. So again, one of your specialties. Love.
Yes.
Love. I have to say, I love that one.
Big, isn't it?
I love a big flower.
Love a big flower, yes. So you get your daisy, your lily, and your poppies in this one. Layering stencils, brilliant for decoupages and things like this. Now this again, this sold out in I think 45 minutes. Again, you asked me to bring it back. It's back, so if you missed out, you have the opportunity to grab it here today. But equally, you get your stencils in there, which you can use your colour, but you can use your bleaching effect if you want to do the lovely bleaching effect that we are known for at Stamps by Me, where you add the water and the spritz and the layers. Absolutely incredible. So don't put yourself in a box thinking the layering stencils, because you can do so much more. You can use the stencils just as stencils, but they have the complementing dye as well. Is super, super cool. They're simply no rules. Pick the colour you like, stencil through, and have fun. They're 3D like no other. I mean, look at that. Look at that. And if you like to do your charities, and that just that look like you could grab it.
Yeah, it looks like almost you could wear it like something like this. Over 10% of the stock has now gone. 880200 is your item number. You have as £15 saving unless you're in the club, in which case it will be even better. Right, remember to grab yours if you want to grab on the website createandcraft.com. Then for a second went. Right, now, one of the brand new things is something very much awaited for her.
Yes, a lot of people have been waiting so long for these, and thank you everybody if you have bought them already. But basically they are your dye-based ink pads with a difference. So they have a new technology, firm foam, which basically gives you vibrancy. It's a totally different way of sorting your ink pads with these. They are different, you know, they are so juicy, and the vibrancy is second to none. They give clean and crisp stamped images. They're reactive with water as well, giving you that sort of lovely blending. If you just look at this,
I'm going to grab them.
And the reactivity is incredible. So I'm not here to sell you more ink pads when you have thousands in your stash, but if you have ink pads in your stash that don't quite give you the vibrancy you need, or don't quite stamp as nice as you'd like, then these are going to be an absolute go-to for you. So I've done core colours to start with. We have another 6 on their way. So we have the surfboard, indigo, magenta, hedgerow, bittersweet and sherbet. You can see them stamped beautifully. They are incredible with your solid and silhouette stamps. And then across the base here is something coming up next. But in this collection, you get your large 6 ink pads, your cubes. So if you like to craft on the go with classes and friends, you've got your cubes. And then you have your 6 coordinating re-inkers.
Now, 40% has already gone. Now, if you wanted to go for the larger ones individually, you can do that. We have got that. But everything else, you need to go for the full bundle. So you're getting all 6 of them in there as well. So £36.94, 269, 475 for just the larger pads. If you want to go with the re-inkers and the cubes, you have got then a further saving of £7 if you are not in the club. 424,622 if you are in the club, of course. £15.60 as the saving. The first payment will be £25.80, the first of 3 interest-free payments. Now the coordinating cost of matches beautifully. Like, I mean, grab it. I mean, it's like I've never seen such an accurate
and the thing is as well, the accuracy of the lid colour is exactly what you get inside. It's really important to me, because I know how many times we pick up an ink pad and it's like, have I got the right colour here? The lid does not. And that's not no disrespect to a company, it's the printing. That's all it is. So sometimes it's a little bit confusing, where I've worked really hard to get that for you. So here is, you get an example on there, but this is what you will get home.
Fantastic.
So you get the 50 sheets of each one in there. It works beautifully for your mat and lace, so if you do have your ink pads, it will complement, or if you want to use it for your die cutting, you can absolutely do that as well. So this is sort of like a unique thing that I've brought to go with the ink pads, because after Making lots of cards myself, I've always felt to myself, wouldn't it be nice if the card blank matched the image or the background that I'd actually created? So that's there just as a little bit of a Brucey bonus to sort of elevate your crafting when you are making these gorgeous creations, and I love to see things through, the design through. It's nice. 180
GSM, you're getting 300 sheets in total in there, 6 different colors. You are getting 50 of each, right? So 839961 is your item number. You are saving £15 unless you are in the club. Of course, you have got even better saving. We have got, of course, the Weekender shows to celebrate the 10th anniversary from Stands By Me on Create and Craft. And of course, we are talking about the Weekender, those beautiful quadrille collection with the sunflowers and the spring bloom. And to inspire you even further, we have got put together this little video. And it's a beautiful one you can make, but if you want your Weekender, well, I believe half the stock has already gone, and we are not even 20 minutes in the first hour. Should last the whole weekend, and once it's gone, it's gone. So make sure to check out your baskets. Right.
What a lovely show. Thank you, everyone. So I'm going to quickly show you the concept. So the concept that I'll show you now works throughout all 4 quadrilles now. We've only done 4. So if you're wanting to play catch up, the opportunity is in the show today. And we're only going to ever try and bring you 2 at a time. We'll bring lots of items on counter, but we'll keep the bundles quite small, so you've got pockets so you can invest if you want to. So if you look at your packaging here, you sort of like get the 4 elements. You get your 3D emboss, you get your layering stencils, you get your stamp, and you get your outline die. So you can see how they all work as independents. On the back here, you get your QR code. Now, this is going to show you all the inspiration of me doing the little videos that we show to you here, and out of the packet experience and things like that. There's 1,118 videos loaded on here from the 10 years I've been here.
Wow.
And you will have seen me from being blonde, ginger, red, brown hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 10 years worth. You'll see. Check it out. So let's show you how it works. It's so easy, and the process makes you very happy. When you get to the end result, it's so cool. So in the set, you get your stencils, which are all numbered in the top corner. So pop them in order, 1, 2, 3, 4. Super easy. Make sure the number's looking at you when we come to pop it through. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there'll only ever be 4 stencils. I work really hard to get the dimension in, the 3D dimension, under 4 stencils. We might have to sometimes go to 5, but 4 if we can. Then you get your outline die, which goes around if you want to just take it out. Then we get the coordinating stamp. Then we get our 3D embossing folder. So it's one little kit that is built into one packet, and you're literally good to go. So let's have a play, shall we? Just let's have some fun. So let's just move this out of the way. So I'm going to use my new ink pads. Now, because they're pretty much primary colours nearly, we can get most of the colours out of this. So if you have no ink pads in your stash, you're really going to be set to go with these because you've got some good colours, but equally you can build them in if you want to. So let's go number 1, and let's go for a traditional sunflower like it is on the pack. So you'll see on your stencil you have 4 hearts. You can ink through to line it up if you want to. You can push it to the corner of a card. It really doesn't matter. Just hold it in place. I think once you've done it once, you'll not need any aid at all. And magnets will hold it in place. So let's go yellowish. You can see mine is well loved. Honestly, these inks are so juicy. You really need to rein it back with your craft with these inks because they are. I'll show you. I'll just show you. It's just easier. So when you take some of the ink, take it off a little bit because it's super light bright. So let's so I'm just laying it down.
The vibrancy, I love the colour. It's a really beautiful, vibrant yellow.
It is.
But it has got some warmth at the same time.
Yeah, they're really lovely. It took me a long time to source these. I went everywhere looking for great ink pads, and these are sourced in the USA, and some of the best inks come out of the USA, as we all know. So there's a yellow.
You are so right. The colour there. And the colour there is just in a perfect match.
I worked really hard to
I can't imagine.
honestly, I want people to say, right, I'm yellow, I can use yellow. So let's get orange. So that's just stencil one, super easy, nothing fancy here. So if you've never stenciled before, these are so easy. So number 2, I'll look at number 2 there. I just pop it in the corner of my card, hold it in place if I want to. Let's get a bit of orange on here. So it's bright, so be careful. Take the excess
They look
off.
like little pumpkins or something like that.
So, and then just brush it through.
Yeah.
So it'll look like when you're putting it, I don't want it to be super dark, so I'm just taking it easy, and I'll pick some of this ink up here.
Yeah, that's the thing, you don't have to waste it because there's no...
Just take your time and enjoy the process, you know, have a play around, get the dimension, and because you've taken your stencil away, it doesn't mean you've lost. You can go back in with stencil number 1 and add a bit more if you want to, add number 2. There are simply no rules. So let's go on to number 3. Let's get a bit of green on here. Green, and then just swap out my brush.
And then, those brushes
so this
are
is
nice.
only part 1 of our birthday. Our second part is next week.
Oh, is it?
So this is 26. Yeah.
Oh.
It's too much to put in one show, Paul.
Oh.
So let's get some green on here.
So it's the 26th of
this month.
This September.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it was a big ask to put it all in one show, so I separated it. Yeah. So get some green down here.
Yeah. And I love that green again because it's a proper, you know, it could be a Christmas green if you want to make it, but if you want to warm it up, you can bring the yellow as well because they blend, you said, right?
Yeah.
And are you using the smooth card?
I'm just using a white cardstock, but you'll get different results on whatever you use it on, I guess. But I just use white cardstock out of my stash. So you can see the flowers quickly coming together here. So let's use stencil number 4.
Yeah.
So this is where we can build our centre. Pop it on, just line up the corner, hold it in place. I'll just go with this green, go a bit darker, but if you really want like a tealy, you can add blue on top. Experiment with your colours if you want to. So pop it down. And this is where you start to see the dimension come to life. And then if you want to do like a centre here, we can go back in with our orange, just line it back up there. Take this orange. Like, I'm doing this as a traditional sort of sunflower effect here, but as you saw from the board, you can do them in gerbera, is it gerbera colours? Gerbera, yeah. I think that's about right, like so. So just put a bit of colour in here, nothing fancy. If you want to add a bit of texture, like I like to try and give it a halo, bit of green. Just play around with colour. Don't put yourself under pressure, you know, so a bit of green as well, just around the edge. Make
just to darken it, By the way, the ink pads, over 60% of the stock has now gone, and we are not even half an hour in. So I don't think they're going to even last the whole show. So if you wanted to go for the set, remember you're getting 6 ink pads, you're getting 6 cubes and 6 re-inker bottles, and you have got the details on the screen for that.
So then you just take your stamp. So you can see you've added a shadow there, but that's it in its entity as a stencil. Then you take your stamp. So then we'll just stamp this one out in black for now. But over the hopefully over the course of, what have I done with my ink? There we go. Over the course of the weekend, I'll show you some foiling, so you get really a shot-bot finish. So you'll be able to foil your images as well, which gives it that obviously that game-changing effect as well. And we don't need a foiling machine either, so which is cool.
Perfect.
So let's stamp this one out.
That's exciting, not foiling, but without having the need
the
foil.
Expense, I can't be bothered to plug another machine. I've got too many machines. And then this is where the detail.
Wow,
so
love
it sort
that.
of quickly comes to life there.
Isn't it just beautiful?
Isn't it cool? So you could stop there. You could absolutely stop there if you wanted to. But, you know, because we have the 4-step process, let's step it up again.
Yeah.
So let's take our die.
Right. So far we have done stencils, which is 4 steps, but you know, it's one. Then the stamp. Then now we are going to do. So when you pop your die around, the border around here is a little bit bigger. Don't worry about it. It's different because we have an embossing folder incorporated. It's not a mistake. It's a reason. Okay, there's a reason for it. So let's just pop this in here. So I'll just run this through this tangerine.
It is a tangerine, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is a tangerine. Yeah, it is.
Don't want to call it the wrong name. And
No,
then we'll just run this one through.
You know, sometimes like Jodie named hers Tommy. I named Tommy.
Oh, Tommy.
Tommy.
Like Tony.
Tony. No. You could call yours Tony. It could be Tony Tangerine. You know, that kind of. It would make sense, wouldn't it? Because we kind of always naming them as, you know, it starts with a T. So
then when you take it out,
and then there it is. So then that's the third process.
So that's the third process, and then we grab our fabulous 3D embossing folder. So the way that I like to do it is I feel the embossing folder, feel the raised part, and then I just take the embossing, the stamp itself, stamp a die, and I just pop it inside. And when I'm happy it's lined up-ish. And again, it don't quite matter if you don't get it perfect, so don't worry about it. Don't put yourself under stress. If you want to tape it, you can, but I think you'll only tape it once and you'll move on. So I'm happy with that. So let's just swap this plate, top plate, for my embossing plate.
Yeah.
Pop this through my machine. Get rid of this one.
Okay.
And then this is where...
And of course, this would have to make sure that our machines will...
Yeah, they go through all machines.
Yeah.
What you'll have to do is, like I had to have a little play with this before I came to it. I don't have this machine, so I had to check the plates. So it'll be down to manufacturer plates and guides. I mean, this does say embossing plate and top plate, so it's pretty self-explanatory, really. But, you know, check with whatever machine.
And do all the products that come in here, so the dies and the embossing folder, go through an A5?
Yes, go through A5, not smaller though.
Yeah.
It has to go through. So this is where...
Now that is, I would say, the hardest to show in the screen, but if I put it this way and then kind of tilt it.
Hopefully you'll be able to see it.
Can you see the very, there you can see a bit, and if I turn it over you can see there better.
See it from the back. I'll tell you what I'll do very quickly, because it is really difficult to show live on air. I'm just going to grab a piece of white cardstock and I'll run the embossing folder through on its own, so you can see what it looks like when it's embossed, so you can get the feeling that you know that whatever's on here is on there. Let's run that one through. You know, I love the 3D embossing folders, but my gosh, do I hate showcasing them. Mind you, because you just can't really catch it. But if we do it on white and we tilt it forward, and
a little bit, you can see it.
That's from the back. Yeah, let's show you this white one from the front, because you will see it then. So gorgeous.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, it makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, tilt it forward. There we go. So that is what you'll get. Is what is actually on that coloured one. So you can see there, how gorgeous is it on its own? Yeah, it is absolutely
So the
four-stage process eliminates so many other sort of crafty things that we do in our crafty stash, because they all work as independents, but they all work if you've got the courage to chop out the colour and experiment with the gilding flakes, your wow powders. Oh, it's just amazing.
Yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous.
So that's that one.
And of course you can then use them, you know, mix and match in the different ways. Now, of course, that is the brand new Weekender launch today. And you remember, you are getting them, the Sunflower, which only is available now with the Weekender, or on its, you know, the complete collection with the previous Quattro D in there. Now, if you want to go for the Weekender, remember you have got an extra saving if you are a part of the club, so even better than £14 as 503499. And not only you're getting the of course the Sunflower, but you also are getting the Spring Flow. Now I gave you a slightly wrong update before it. It's just like some of the updates. I'm not going to name and shame. It's like kind of it's like, I mean, the voices in my ear are saying, oh, well, I'm just a freelancer. She's perfect in every single way, including the most beautiful eyes. But she's like, oh, but 20% of the Weekender has gone. Panic over, the Weekender, but still 20% gone in the first half an hour of the first show of the Weekender. Well, that's a scary time. Now, you are getting the Sunflower, and then you're also getting the Spring Bloom in there. You are getting, I love this, you are getting not only the stamps, not only these stencils, but then you are getting the embossing folder and the dies, the quattro, obviously, the 4 incredible techniques, the most loved techniques, the most go-to techniques from all paper crafters, the stamping, the die cutting, makes sense, we know that. Then the stencils, of course, they do make sense. And then on top of that, you throw the embossing folder. It is phenomenal what you can do. It is beautiful, the fact that you can layer, that you can control which elements, which techniques you bring into it. Then, of course, then you kind of bring your own taste. Then you bring on your favorite colors, your sparkle. If you wanted to, look at this, you can make then the envelope and emboss the flap in there as well. And then this, look at this one as well. Changing the color completely changes the look. But to me, what is beautiful about it is that I'm going to grab this, that, okay, so that makes sense, that is similar. But then this is the same size, same bundle. You're getting that embossing folder, so you can then emboss maybe metal sheets or memory cards, and then drag some StazOn or permanent ink over it at the top, and creating that kind of almost etched metal look. Look at that. 503499 is your item number. If you are saving £14 in there, unless you're in the club, you know what it is. It's over 20%, 20 pounds if you are in the club saving. Now, this is important because that £14 saving carries forward to a bundle that we have got coming up in a second, and that is the complete collection. So not only you would get the complete collection, the weekender, but you also will get this one. Now, this one is a returning favorite that sold out very, very quickly. So grab it now if you missed out at that then. This is the Peonies and Magnolia. Over half the stock has gone. That's the one that has gone half the stock. 14 elements in total with the dies, the peonies. Look at that. Peonies are just so beautiful, aren't they? They're just stunning. And of course, you have got another £14 saving. Now, £14 saving from the Bifion, plus this £14 saving, that's a £28 saving. And that is, of course, carried forwards to if you go for the complete. Now, the £28 saving, then additionally, if you are not in the club, has got a £4.98, which roughly it would be £32.98 a thing if you are in the not in the club. If you are in the club, well, 28 plus the saving if you are in the club is £17. So that, to me, the saving if you are in the club, that would be, oh, I'm so bad at maths. That would be £46 or something like that. £46.98. I think that is it. And you know what? This is so busy. This complete collection, that it's what? 80%. 80%. She's confirming. She's confirming. This is that. She's done like the math 3 times. So it's like, yeah. Can the director check as well, because it's like, yeah. He doesn't want to. Oh, he's moody. But you are getting all the complete collection there. 396225 is your item number. 80% of that bundle. And remember, if you are in the club, your combined savings, should you buy individual bundles, individual elements, you would be, well, you are saving actually £46.98. Right, now, we have got also 60 minutes deals. Those deals are going to disappear at the top of the hour, so you have got about less than half an hour. 149982 is your item number. You are saving £30, better than half price, even if you are not in the club. This one is the Creeping Blossom and Abstract Tulips. It's layering stencil sets in there with the stencils and the die, I believe, there. So saving £30, just paying £29.98. And remember, if you are in the club, it's even better because you would save about almost £33. Right, so we have those beautiful blossoms.
Yeah, so, sorry, just those layering stencils that Paola just mentioned there, they have got outline dies and they have got sentiment dies in there. Incredible value, like buying one, getting one free.
Absolutely. So remember, if you are in the club, even better than half price.
So if you want to dip your toe with Stamps by Me, maybe you don't know who we are, because still people tune in every single day, don't they? So a great starting point. So here's the Spring Blooms, and I'm going to show you now, so you're a little bit more experienced and you want to play around and experiment, you can absolutely do that. So first on this one, I'm going to stamp. and show you that there are really no rules when it comes to this sort of 4-step process. You really can make it your own. So I'm just going to stamp it out. I'm just using a black ink pad for speed here, but tomorrow I will show you how to do the foiling. So let's just stamp this one out. This is a beautiful stamp, even if you just want to colour it with your graphite pencils, your coloured pencils, your watercolour pencils, your sparkle pens. It's a beautiful, beautiful stamp.
Perfect.
So there you can see that detail in there. Just get that bit up there.
Yeah.
There we go. So I'm just going to grab my stencil. I'm sorry they're dirty, I was playing.
Oh, yeah, well,
so
that's...
the cool thing is, obviously, when you put your stencil on this way, you can do it this way. But I'm going to skip stencil one because I would like a white flower with a little bit of an accent. So on this one, I'm going to skip stencil one. I'm going to go straight to stencil two because we can. So I'm just going to lay it on, have a rough idea of where I want it to be, probably about there.
And you can choose as well.
Absolutely. So on this one, I'm just going to put a touch of pink through.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I have got some news. The complete collection, you know, the one that had the Weekender and also the previous Quattro D. Now that is actually limited stock. That means that 90% already gone, and we are not even through the first hour.
Okay. So I've just taken some of that pink. You can see how vibrant it. I mean, I've really, really taken the ink off. And I will talk through these ink pads more as we go. So basically hardly no colour. So this is stencil 2. So I just want a subtle pink highlight on a white flower.
Yeah.
So just push that colour through. It'll look like there's nothing there. So this is just to show you can skip. You can skip stencils. Just because it comes with 4 stencils, does it mean we have to use 4? Absolutely not. So there we go for that one.
This is the beautiful thing, that it is just 4 stencils, sorry, you have got the die, the stamp and the die, so you can skip any of them.
Absolutely.
Or use them all.
You're the creator.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing here, ladies and gents, is it's not dark enough. So I'm going to pop it back on. Yeah. Just roughly line it up to where I had it. Ish. There we go. I'm just going to make it a little bit darker because I want you all to see it really.
More pink.
Yeah.
Colour, yeah.
So I'll press on a little bit harder this
time. We have had a lovely email from Adele. I mean, I don't think it's the Adele, but it's an Adele. If you are Adele, hello. Right, so good evening, Tony and Paula. Happy TV birthday, Tony. I can't believe it's been 10 years already. Where does the time go? Such a fabulous birthday show with so many amazing launches. Quattro D, wow, powders, and oh my god, 3D HD. What an incredible concept and such depth in the finished product. You could just jump into the flowers. A massive well done on the new products and congratulations on the anniversary. Lots of love, Adele.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Super kind, isn't it?
Yeah. But it is true. I mean, it's always like, it's great to have. Also, I love that your designs are in the best possible way. Fussy. They are relatable. They are versatile. They are. Yeah. It's one of those ones that you can get your grips and teeth into it, and then just do whatever you want.
Absolutely, just have fun with it. That's the whole point. And I want my products to make you look better than you actually are. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is the second green layer, and I'm just taking a bit of time to just line it up a little bit best I can. So I've got my black centres if I want them, and let's get a little bit of green lay down here.
Now, the ink pad bundle, over 70% of the stock has now gone. Now, you still can get the larger ink pads on their own, so there they are. But if you want to go for this bundle, you need to get it quick. Yeah.
So this is the green. So I'm just getting some colour through here because I would like the sort of background. I'll not move it because I need to do the centre, but let's pop some dark in the centre here. So I'll leave. Let's go a bit of black in the centre. No. Let's go.
Oh, the complete collection now technically gone. The one that kind of you are getting the Weekender, the previous one, you know, it's now in everything. All the stock is allocated in people's baskets. Remember, baskets auto refresh every 10 minutes. So if you are one of the lucky ones that you have got in your baskets, do make sure to check them out if you want to get them.
So this is to show you just use 2 of the stencils this time. So let's go ahead and be creative. Now, a bit of sparkle, there's wow powders, there's sparkle in the show. I've got it all in the show for you, so check out the rest of the show, because there's so much in the show that unfortunately poor Paolo would be here all day trying to showcase it all. So let's do the dye.
Well, you know what, we can bring them in, the beautiful powders in, or the beautiful, especially the glitters in there as well. They're just absolutely gorgeous.
So let's die cut this one through.
All right.
It's always the same for the first show, it's absolute chaos. But the shows after, don't worry, we'll focus on it, don't worry. So let's just run this through our die cutting machine.
Yep.
There's also a swatch underneath as well, which shows you the colours.
And then we can spring them as well.
So I just run this one through with the dye here. So again, I'm going to add it up with a beautiful sort of peachy embellishment. It's going to look.
Okay. We have got the embossing powders here, and already a third has gone, even not seeing over a third now. Look at that. And I'm going to have, oh, look at that. Wow.
Yeah, so we've got one with like a northerly light and a silver undertone at the top. We have the one which gives you a white undertone and silver.
I would say this one does it not justice. The cameras do not do it justice.
It's really difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so, so beautiful. Marion helps me mix my
Marion
colours.
Emberson is just amazing. But this one, I would say, in real life, it's even more sparkly, even more AV, Aurora Borealis sort of effect. And then you have got this absolutely stunning in there.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I will show you, hopefully be able to show you. So now we're just going to grab our 3D embossing folder, which you've seen works beautifully as an entity on its own. So again, just grab the embossing folder, take your lovely embellishment, pop it in your embossing folder, line it up, or tape it, whatever you want to. When you're happy it's in place.
Yeah.
And I think the wow factor for me is that outline detail. And that's what's made it extra special, because now we can get the detail in all of our lovely other sort of crafty things that we love to do. So if you love your embossing powders, you've got you covered. Yeah. If you like your wow foils, which I'll show you tomorrow, it's covered. You know, it's just amazing. There isn't nothing in a bought shop now that you can't do us ourselves.
And that's the beautiful thing, isn't it? That, you know, you have got the power to make it as well. Yeah, the white one, right?
Top plate, embossing plate, Tony. Come
on. I always get them wrong, and I'm not on TV demonstrating them. Of course, if you want anything on the show, remember to check out your baskets. Why? And we are so busy across the board. So if you want something, there's two ways. You can check out your baskets or not. If you do, then you get them. If not, forget them. Oh, gorgeous. And also,
so you can see, I'll show you the back.
I love that,
That's the back, so you can see it is 3D. And then when you turn it forward and tilt it forward, there we go. So if you don't like the white, obviously use the first stencil, but I just want to show you that if you skip some of the layers, it looks incredible. You could just do a white piece with a stamp and embossing folder. You don't have to use the stencils, but then add some sparkle, and you've got traditionally a card that you like to poke in shop, because you like to poke the dimension in the shop, don't you? Like, oh, that's puffy.
That's puffy. That has got some. And also, if you wanted to do like with fabric, I would imagine that you could do something like that.
Push it through.
Put some cards in the background, so that can in the back, and that kind of gives you a lot of dimension. And I like also that it's not tiny DD one; it's actually
huge. And I like the thought of you being able to snip it away, because it's too big if you want. There's nothing worse than something too small and been trying to find something else to build it up.
Yes, and this one you could even build more layers if you wanted to.
Put one on top of each other, good idea.
Absolutely, you could then do it again, all three-dimensional. So there is lots of more techniques that you can create. And of course, and now we have got, well actually, Tony has put together a little video of how the concept works. So here it is. that system is so clever, isn't it? That the fact that you can layer all four kind of the dies, the stamps, the stencils, and then the embossing folder, but you don't have to. They are there if you wanted to, but you don't have to. Now, the image that we saw, the beauty, refers to the first bundle that it was released in the Quattro Days, so the peony and the beautiful, the magnolia. But then we have got a brand new release, which is of course the sunflower and the spring bloom. Now these ones are the two brand new. Now if you had been you know, if you have had already magnolia and the peony, then you can want to complete it, then this is the brand new today with those beautiful florals. I love the freedom that it gives you as a crafter, the freedom of choosing a stamping and embossing, the freedom of bringing them with incredible stencils, maybe into fabric. Now, the sunflower, it's now gone individually, so the only way to get it is either in the weekender or in the full, the complete. Oh no, the complete has sold out, so that's the only way. Get with the program, Paula. Get with the program. I used to have got a butterfly brain. I mean, I see flowers and I get distracted and I forget that certain things are not anymore available. If you run that risk, if you want to have that complete collection, you know what to do. Remember, the only way to get the sunflower now is to go for that weekender, and you have got a £14 saving if you are not in the club. If you are, £20 and 60 pence saving there. £59 and 38 pence is your price. And remember, look at those beautiful samples. Now remember that sunflower only available in the weekender now, but you also get in the spring bloom, those beautiful flowers in there. I love that kind of almost Andy Warhol-esque with the sunflower there, isn't it? And this is the thing, having the stencils and the stamps allow you to play with that pop art sort of effect, but you're getting the beautiful embossing folders. So if you like to do more of the pottery sort of a style of effects, that is achievable there as well. You have got so many options with having all four different techniques in there. You can make it just simply, you can make it vintage, you can make it elegant, you can make it mixed media-esque. You have got the choice for that. 503499 is your item number for the weekender. And then now, the previous collections, the first release of that is the magnolia and the peony, two of my favorite flowers. They are absolutely stunning, aren't they? Now, you may have missed originally, so this is your chance. And like Tony was saying, this is it. Like, this is the time to get them, because even Tony doesn't know when she will have more stock, and already 80% of the stock has now gone. The complete collection has gone, so even if you wanted to go for both collections, you would have to get them individually separate, because this is what happens. Certain bundles fly out, and this is the only way to get them now. 390606 is your item number. And then we have got the HD, 3D HD. This is the next step up. So first we had the embossing folders, then we have got the 3D folders, and now we have got the next one up, step up, HD 3D. Now the depth you're achieving in that is more layers in there. Now you can see there them here, that beautiful detail, the beautiful extraordinary elements in here. I mean, also I love that you have got one that is more horizontal, one that is more vertical. So then as a crafter, that is such a good thing, because sometimes we want a card that is more horizontally, sometimes we want more the portrait. We are ticking those boxes, but it's all about this incredible detail that you are achieving, the extra layers giving us more areas where the gilding wax is going to go. I hope that Charlie has got one of these shows tomorrow, because he's going to be delighted with all the gilding wax. It's one of his things, isn't it? But I love this one as well, inking the embossing folder. So this looks like an etching. It looks like a plate from an etching as well. There's so many possibilities, so many different looks. And you know what? Half the stock has already. Love that. This is striking. You would like that one. Oh, I love that, Paul. This is good. This is good. I love that. I wonder how he started, like coloring and coloring. You are good, Paul Shelley. I shall look for more of your artwork because it's absolutely stunning. And this one as well. So if you want yours, 471974 is your item number. Now, of course, the best way to check out your baskets, the website createandcraft.com. And those ink pads incredibly busy, as are the embossing folder, the embossing powders as well from Wow. And we also have got the texture glitters as well, which are brand new, and they are incredibly beautiful glitters there. Now, so beautiful that I want to show them.
So gorgeous. So these sold out again in 1 live hour last time. These are the second sort of phase. So I know. So,
Wow. It's
so
like
the top line is party time. Lots of Christmassy reds in there, so you have an eclectic mix. You've got some graphite undertones, we've got some white undertones, coral, and then a pastel pink, and then across the base we have your Farah's gold, which has got the beautiful 2 rose golds in the centre and the copper on the end. These are just amazing, and the very fact that they're in stackable elements, you get 7 in each one. They're stackable, they have a small footprint, you have a visual of exactly what is in there. If these were all separate pots falling all over your desk, it'd be an absolute nightmare. So they're a 20ml pot in each, and if you think about all of the products we bring to you here from Stamps by Me, so like the gowns from Lamination and our stamps, and we love sparkle, the reflection collection in the water where we do the reflections in water and things like that. These are totally
I just want dresses in that. I mean, not that I would wear them. If I had a choice, I would dress black every single day. But this was just,
you would look cool in this one.
In this one, yeah, in the black, yeah, that one, yeah. That's dark.
That's you.
Yeah, that would be me, yeah. Or that one as well. I love that one as well. Those two. Well, I like them all, to be honest. But yeah, if you want them, I'm very busy for them. 20% already gone, and this is the first glint at them.
It's nice to see them on a board as well, because they never represent in a tube, do they? Sort of high definition. As companies to do bigger, better, make an improvement. If you think from 10 years ago and embossing, gosh, have we?
Yeah,
haven't we just one of where we're innovative. I always say that if an embossing folder shows brilliant on white, it's a good one. Yeah. And there's some fabulous companies here that bring you 3D, everyday 3D embossing folders anyway. So let's just run this one
like
through.
HD, like that's just
high definition. Yeah, this is just like little to no effort. Yeah. Although I love 3D as well, so I don't know, I just like that. I don't think you can get better than HD now.
No, it's just
people will try probably.
4K maybe? I don't know.
We'll see. So let's just show you. So let's show you it in just white.
Wow!
Isn't that just beautiful? You can tell the difference straight away. Yeah. And I didn't want to compare because I'm not comparing. I'm telling you that this is HD. Yeah. So you can see the detail on there. It's absolute. And I'll show you the back as well, actually, because to get that deboss in there as well, that's absolutely good. Right, let's just show you a little bit of a technique very quickly.
Oh, fantastic!
Let's just do a couple of things with it while we're on it. So let's do it in silver, shall we? Let's see what it looks like in silver.
Oh, yeah, and holographic.
I would say when you get these home, just grab loads of different types of cardstock, pearl, metallics, whites, blacks. Just run them through and see what happens. Okay. So let's try this one. And then experiment with the ink pads you have in your stash, your gilding flakes, your sparkles. Just play around with them. That's only what Paul's done with that red and grey one that you'll love. He's experimented with some ink and things. Did I do that the right way? We'll soon find out, won't we? Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Does that show?
That is just beautiful.
Isn't that just cool? I mean, a sentiment in that and you're done, aren't you? So that's on like a silver. But the cool thing about this now is if you wanted to, I mean, I don't know how juicy this ink pad is, but you can take your ink pad now and sort of just gently brush over just to pick up some of the rise and fall in there. This is too juicy, it's going to make a hot mess. But if you've got one that's a little bit more restrictive, you get like a brushed metal finish on there as well. I'm not going to get my fingers messy because I want to do another technique. So let's just do black very quickly. So both of the ones that you get in that set are HD 3D, and like I said, there's not going to be lots of HD 3D because it doesn't work on the mold.
By the way, now you are all checking out your baskets. You're all kind of making your decisions. Everything is across the board, is busy. I would hate for you to miss out. We have already sold out of the complete collection. We have sold out of, I think we are very, very busy on the, well, we have sold out of the sunflower on its own. So the only way to get it now is part of the weekender. The embossing folders are flying, so is the glitter. Half the stock gone for the embossing folders now. Oh, I love that.
Let's sew the back as well.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Right, let's just get some ink on here very quickly. These are a game changer.
Yeah.
So beautiful. So just a white ink pad here. So just take your white and smear it on.
Wow.
It'll pick up all that rise and fall.
Wow.
So if you have a metallic ink pad, a gold ink pad, these are literally quick cards, guys. I'm not kidding you. Run it through. So you can see the rise and fall. You feel like you can absolutely grab that image. Like grab that bunch of poppies and take it off that card. So I'll just quickly add a bit of white all over as best I can, and then we'll show you.
But that is just really, I'm going to grab the cards that I like so much, because that kind of showcases again that incredible detail with so much of it. But also, that's the same one as this one. Look at that. That is just so pretty. And of course, the same one as well with a little bit of gilding waxes. Look at that beautiful detail. Now, of course, if you want to go for your weekender or anything else, please make sure to check out your baskets. Otherwise, you will miss out. Tony, you are back tomorrow morning.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. But if it sells out during the night, you know, there will not be anyway, I'll see you straight after the break. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's